Hello, gorgeous people. It's Johanna. I am here. We're going to play today. It's all about our 2020 goals. What do we want? What do we really, really, really want? If you're watching the replay, please mark down that you're watching the replay. Just hashtag replay and play along with us. We're just going to have fun today. It's really about manifesting our goals and our desires, and what does 2020 have in store for us? What did 2019 have in store for you? Where did you have some surprises? I would have never have guessed that I would have had this group, because I just hadn't put it on my thought process, but I do, and now I just want to play. I want to have fun and share with you all about manifesting and how things are coming into this amazing energetic field. We have 12 coming up on Thursday, and there's so much goodness coming in. It's like we're closing the old chapter and bringing in a new chapter, and there's just this availability to grieve and say goodbye to the old story, but then bring in this amazing new story, right? There's so much fun to be had in 2020. So are you guys ready to have fun? Please say hi in the comments. I see Elizabeth. Yay! So tell us that you're here and that you're ready. I'm in for 2020 and having it become an amazing year for you. So add in the comments, give me some hearts. I'd love to see you all, and we can play together. So I have some really fun questions. And if you have a pen and paper, you don't have to write all these down. I'm actually going to gift these in a class. We're going to end up with a class, but this kind of spreadsheet with all the questions and everything that I've written that I'm going to be sharing with you will be available as well. So, but here's a big question for you. What is your big dream with your life? Like, really think really, 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 really big. Like the same way Walt Disney thought, he dreamed of this place where dreams come true. Right? I mean, Disneyland, Disney World, they're such a staple in our world now. I mean, they even have one in Hong Kong. I actually got to be on the opening day of the Hong Kong Disney. So that's just amazing, right? This one man comes up with this dream and impacts millions and millions and millions of people. Or like how Mary Kay believed she could make a positive impact on people's lives. I mean, Mary Kay is just like, everybody knows about Mary Kay. And how powerful is that to have dreamed that big? Or Mother Teresa. Or Louise Hay, right? Bless her soul. Louise Hay, of course, in our community has been such a profound, impactful leader. So what is your big dream? Like, what is your big dream with your life? Kind of think about that and kind of breathe that in. Who do you want to help? Where do you want to go? What kind of magic do you want to share in the world? There's so many infinite possibilities, right? And today is all about inquiry. Because if we don't know where we're going, we don't know how to get there. Like, if you say, well, I just want to travel, well, that doesn't really tell the universe exactly what you want. And if you don't map an emotion with the want and the wish, then there's no energy behind it. And you need the energy in order to be able to manifest something. It's the energy in motion. And whatever vibe you won't attract what you want, but you'll attract who you are. So we need to, if we want to manifest something different, if we want a different life, we have to become different, right? And so I'm going to be working with you in the next few days about how do we say goodbye to the old, and then, so that's kind of tomorrow, is being really integritous with your word, integritous with the truth of who you are and the feeling that you have within yourself, and being really honest, right? And then Thursday, we're going to be really bringing in the new and the tenacity that is required and the commitment that is required in order to be able to manifest what we want. We have to be really, truly committed. We have to know that we know that we know that that's what we can have in our world. If we don't know it, if we don't vibrate at it, we're just going to be in a state of wanting, and wanting pushes it away. So today it's all about inquiry and kind of, going with this dream world, right? We're going to dream up some magic. So I'm just going to pose some questions. I'm just going to go through them really fast, but I'm just kind of getting the thoughts of the process. Like, list 10 activities that make your perfect day. Like, have you ever thought about your perfect day? Have you ever thought, wow, I want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, drive 2 hours to a job I don't like, do something I hate all day long, drive another 2 hours home, have crazy kids, and not so great romantic relationship, have no money to buy some great food, and then go to bed and do it all over again and again and again and again. We have 60,000 thoughts a day, and 97% of them were exactly like yesterday. So we have to dream something bigger if we want something different. We have to be different in order to get something different. So it's really about thinking about your perfect day, because this will actually lead into what you want in 2020. For me, I ended up, I manifested some amazing things in my life, right? Crazy things. I ended up I wanted to become a real estate investor, and I want to become a millionaire, and I wanted to just have this amazing lifestyle. And by the time I was 35, I ended up being a multimillionaire, owning a bunch of properties, real estate investing, owned a hotel, had a wedding business, and it wasn't what I thought it was. And so it didn't include what I really wanted, which was freedom and more time availability. And today I can honestly say that I have my dream life. Like, I have amazing friends. I get to travel almost every month whenever I want. Like, I get to have this incredible impact in my business. I just love my life right now. It's so cool because I have a lot of balance. So what is your perfect day? Do you get to wake up with your romantic partner and get to have a very casual breakfast and read the newspaper or whatever you want to do, like read Facebook? Like, what is your perfect day? And really think about what do you love doing, right? What are the things that light you up, energize you, make you feel stronger and better and more inspired? Like, think about those things. This is a great question. If you were granted an extra hour a day, all basic needs met, like, bills, everything paid, how would you spend that extra hour? How would you spend that extra hour? What would you do with it? These are all questions that are going to help inspire you and make you think about, what exactly do you want in your dream life, right? List 5 non-negotiable goals, people, places, or things that you will have experienced by the end of next year. So during this challenge, we're going to work on 3 areas. We're going to work on relationships, wealth, and health. So those are the 3 areas that we're going to start to focus in on. And we're going to have at least 3 of those goals by the end of Thursday. And we're going to really kind of really get into them deeply. And then I have a class coming up in January where we're going to get really deep, like lots of healing and lots of conversation about it. But today I just really want to kind of bring to the surface, what is it that you really, really, really want? What is it that you really want in relationships, wealth, and health? So list out non-negotiable goals. Imagine if you're reflecting on your life from here, from now, like a year from now. Like it's 2020, December 2020, right? What are the 3 things you accomplished in the past year? And how are you feeling when you look back on them? What, like in your relationship areas, in your wealth area, in your health area, how are you feeling about those things? So tell me in the comments, how are you feeling about them? I see Laura's here, Courtney's here, Lisa's here, Tessa's here. God, Catherine's here. Wow, we have a party going on. Yay! I'm so glad you guys are here. I get to play. Okay, so imagine you're reflecting on your life from a year from now. Here's another question. If you were guaranteed unlimited money, with the condition being that you create your dream life that perhaps no one else knows you would even want, what would it be like? What's your dream life look like? How would you spend your day? Your morning, your lunch, your afternoon, your dinner. So write in the comments, my day would be awesome. Duh, right? But no, I'm serious. Like, think about your day. What time do you wake up? Do you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning with an alarm? Or do you wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning because you just can sleep in if you want? Because you just can. Like, I don't start work until 10. So, and I don't have clients are Mondays and Fridays. So I have a 3-day week, and that was the life I wanted to design for myself. And I love my life. I have 4-day weekends. Like I said, I get to travel and spend time doing the things I want to do, but it fills me up, and then it helps me really kind of be so much deeper and more available to my clients. Right? I'm there because I'm full. Like I filled myself up. Okay. So we're going to go a little deeper, and I want you to inquire. Hi, Laura. I love you guys. So thank you for being here. I love it. Okay. I want you to inquire what you really, really, really want. And I want you to think of the 3 areas of your life: your relationships, your wealth, and your health. And I don't want you to think of a thing. I want you to think of the emotion that's attached to that particular area of your life that you want to experience. So for example, relationships, okay? So I want you to kind of just take a deep breath and think of all your relationships, your family relationships, your romantic relationships, your friends, your children if you have them, all, your colleagues, your work, your clients, all these relationships. And I want you to ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, oh my God, I have the most epic relationships ever. Like, all of your relationships are amazing. Or like, some of our relationships could deal with a lot more love. And right, relationships are they're kind of an aspect of ourselves. So think about your relationships and list 5 characteristics of your family, friends, or perfect mate. So in the comments, oh my gosh. So when I asked the question, what's the perfect day? Laura said I would sleep later than the ridiculous time I get up. Yay! I would take a walk with my husband instead of jumping into the car. Oh, take a walk to drive through a bridge, tunnel. I would make a pot of tea. I can feel into that, Laura, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how fun is that? And take it into my study and write. I know how much you love to write. And maybe I would have 1 or 2 more clients I would connect with online, and I would practice my flute, and I would cook a wonderful dinner. Yum. Yes, that sounds like a perfect day. I'd love that. I can't wait for that to happen. Okay, so Courtney say, my dream day has me traveling to new places and learning new things about new places around the world. Yay, Courtney. Courtney just went on like this epic world Asian trip. So, girl, maybe you need some downtime because I know you've been working hard on the Christmas thing in your proposal. But so, yes, you would play more, right? Travel more and then and just manifest some amazing, collect some amazing memories and moments throughout the world. And yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to fit in your suitcase. And Elizabeth says, I'm in a complete state of perfect health. Oh my goodness, yes. And abundant wealth. I meditate and do breath work for the first hour of the morning before taking a walk, nature, and exercise. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that day, Elizabeth. Oh, breathe in your perfect days because they're hints to exactly what you want in life, right? They're kind of giving you some awarenesses of what you really, really, really want, right? It's not about the money. It's not about even whatever we consider a partner or relationship. It's the depth of connection that we have to life, to being present with the here and now, and knowing that everything outside of us can never really bring us the true happiness. It's that emotional state of being and true connection to our hearts. And everything outside of ourselves is kind of a reflection of what's going on inside of ourselves. So the dance and the play and the creativity and the relationships and the fun that we're having is just a reflection of the joy that is within you and knowing what that is, right? This is an inner journey to inquire what is it that makes us happy and joyful and fulfilled. And it's really about having that time to just breathe in the moment instead of just rushing to work and rushing to go do something, even if it's amazing, right? But the rushing isn't necessarily always joyful. Oh, and Laura says, I'm limitless in every area of my life. And oh, you gotta put the nap in there, Laura. And poor Courtney says she has post-traumatic travel disorder. Oh my gosh. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Hillary. And hi, Hayden. My sweetheart. My Hayden is my beautiful son. Oh my goodness. Okay, so relationships. I want you to really focus in on your relationships area of your life. And I want you to think about maybe a relationship that you don't have joy in, that you either want to have to say goodbye to, or it's a relationship that you really want to mend and that you want a different experience. I want you to think of the relationship that's kind of coming up to the surface, it's bubbling up to the surface, and ask yourself, what is the emotional state that you want to have with this particular relationship? I remember a client, and we had this conversation about her energy. And I said, well, her energy seemed a little angry. And she said, well, no, it's not me. It's my husband. And I said, well, yeah, she says, well, I'm going to get divorced. I've been married for 38 years and he's so angry and I'm done. And I said, well, okay, so let's take a deep breath and realize that we attract our world, we attract the people in our life, and they're often a reflection of our energetic field. And I said, do you believe in the law of attraction and that like energy attracts like energy? And she says, yes, I do. And I said, well, I'd like to invite you into the idea that perhaps this is your energetic field, and that if you could divorce your husband, but unfortunately, perhaps you'll invite another person that may reflect this, and that it's your invitation to change your energetic field. You vibrate at a different level, at a different experience, and that you'll be able to attract even your husband as a connect, as a happy relationship. Well, she didn't really like any of that, but because she really resonated with her. But she called me up on Monday and I said, how's it going? She says, well, I heard you and I'm going to give it 6 months. I'm going to change myself. I'm going to work on me and we're going to see what happens. And I said, that's fabulous. She says, I canceled my divorce. Wow. So 6 months later, we talked and I said, so how's everything going? And she said, well, it's been amazing, quite frankly. My relationship with my husband is great. We have a great relationship. We've healed a lot of wounds, and I sold $1 million worth of real estate. Holy moly, right? So it was because she flipped the anger vibration to I deserve joy in this relation. I deserve joy in my life, no matter who I'm with. And oftentimes when we change our vibration, we actually change the relationships that kind of are in our life, and they will fall away. So if they're not in vibrational frequency, if they're not like it, energy attracts like energy, they will naturally kind of fade away. And then sometimes there's a grieving process in that, and that's okay. We're all working towards our own inner joy, our own inner bliss. And honestly, you can't love somebody unless we love ourselves. And that's sometimes a hard truth for some people, but it really is. We can't give to somebody what we don't have. Okay, so relationships, I want you to think of an emotion that really kind of represents the relationship, the experience you want with this relationship, and really hone in on that emotion. So in the comments, write down for me the emotion that you want to experience in this relationship that you want. So I would love that. So in the emotion that you're looking for in your relationships. And Lisa says, and for her dream life, she would wake up from an amazing restful sleep night with her man, and they would cuddle and be keeping it PG before getting up and have a casual breakfast. And she says, this is her life now. So she has a friggin' awesome life. Girl, that's amazing, Lisa. I love your life. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so anybody, please add your emotions and tell me the emotional state, because obviously we're working together. We're going to be really thinking, inquiring about what we want to manifest, and we want to hold that energetic field for you. If you want to be ecstatic in this relationship, then write ecstatic, and we can hold that space for you. I'd love for us to co-create together. And Laura says, radical acceptance and support. Oh, yes, love and support, acceptance and support, acceptance. Acceptance is really, just really honing in on the love that you have for yourself, right? And then it is expressed, it's reflected back to you in the universe. And you're like, wow, I accept myself. I'm accepted and supported from another. Perfect. I love that. And Laura says unconditional love and gentleness. Yes. Unconditional love and gentleness. Breathe that in, Laura. Like, yes, with this beautiful relationship that you're looking forward to bringing into your world in 2020 and or now closer, you know, as you embody the energy of unconditional love and gentleness with this particular person, it just cannot not manifest. It cannot not show up in your world because you're vibrating at that frequency. And as you emit that frequency and that vibration, it just naturally comes back to you. Like, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. So Courtney says joy. Oh my gosh. Yes. Joy. She has so much joy in her relationships. I love that. And Lisa says, well, Courtney says, and fun. Is that an emotion? Courtney, I mean, of course, it's fun, right? But yeah, what does fun, if you want to know if it's an emotion or not, or whether it comes from your brain or if it actually is energy in motion, a thought has a lot less frequency and an emotion has an intensive frequency. It actually, so we can have a thought about a tree and then we can have a feeling about a tree, right? And you, Courtney, will have a lot of feelings about trees, right? So, so you can have, like, the mind will identify that is a tree. There's not very much emotional moving, right? But if you say, oh, wow, I love that tree, then there's an emotion in relationship to that thing. And that's when you know energy and energy's moving. And emotion is energy in motion. And so, you know, like fun is kind of an additional word that it's an adjective, I think, I'm pretty sure. It's describing that particular activity. But if fun really evokes emotion in your body, you can feel it, and it's more of like a heart space thing. So the emotion is what we need and we want, because that's a visceral vibratory state, right? And that's why when we're all on this ascension path, we're all getting to know our emotions. We're trying to get in touch with our feelings. We're learning the language of emotion and feeling, because then it gets us closer to becoming way better manifestors, because then we're in control of our vibratory state. And when we're in control of our vibratory state, we can manifest anything. It just is. So, energy in motion is going to evoke a chemical reaction within your physiology, and it's going to then perpetuate sort of like these juicy feelings. And you can have an emotion of anger, right? And that's energy in motion. But it's a lower vibration and doesn't necessarily manifest great things. So we need to work on our manifestation skills if we're in anger all the time. Now Lisa says deep peace. How does that feel in your body? Where does it feel in your body? Where do you connect to peace? Is it in your tummy? Is it in your big toe? Is it in your ear? Is it in your nose? Like, start to notice where you recognize peace, the emotion of peace in your body. And Courtney says, already enjoy around me, wondering about relationship with aging dad. Sad to watch. I guess that's different way. Just sad to see him changing. Well, grief is suppressed gratitude. So grief is suppressed gratitude. Thank you, Rika. But when I heard that, it just opened me up and woke me up to the realization that, gosh, you know, if I'm grieving, which you probably are when you're talking about your dad, and you're grieving the possibility of, you know, him being in a different state. But so just kind of allow for that grief to come up, and then have gratitude for all the amazing things that happened in your life because of your dad. It's just a different way to see it. Oh my gosh, Crystal here, and Carrie, and Lisa says, makes me cry in my heart. I love that. You know, like, bring the joy, bring the deep peace into your life, and tears of joy, right? Just embody that. Keep it, this is, when we're practicing to become manifestors, we are literally ignoring what we think is, and we are embodying what we want to have come into our lives. And so we have to be different in order to have a different life. So, okay, Courtney says, fun is a verb in my house. I hear ya. Yes, yes, I get a feeling visceral. So therefore, fun is exuberance, pleasure, connection, joy, and become physical. And I love the tree analogy. You're welcome. I love that. Thank you for participating. Hi, Crystal. So happy to see you. Okay, so now we have some feeling words in regards to relationships. Yay. So I want you to really focus in on we're going to keep it very simple through the 3-day challenge, and we're going to go deeper into my when I host my class in January. I'll tell you more about that on Thursday. But it's really honing in on the 3 things. You're going to have a goal in relationships, you're going to have a goal on wealth and money, and you're going to have a goal in health areas. So those 3 things. So relationships we've done. So wealth, and this is the same process, and we're going to go a little faster. But I want you to think of what you want in the next year in regards to an investment of yourself. Okay, so whatever that means. So maybe it's travel. Maybe you want to invest in travel. Maybe you want to invest in buying a home. Maybe you want to invest in a coach with like amazing coaches are awesome. I'm one, so I'm an intuitive business coach. If you're wanting to make more money in your business, I see things about businesses that people just don't see, and awareness is amazing. It will help you heal from all kinds of things. So really think about what you want to invest in 2020, and put it in the comments. What do you want to invest in? You want to travel? You want to buy a new house? You want to invest in a coach? You want to buy yourself new furniture? What is it that you want to spend money on, right? So I don't, when we're inquiring about goals and we're inquiring about manifesting, we're not so interested in the thing. We're interested in the experience of the thing. We're interested in the emotion, the energy and motion of the thing that we're going to experience, because consciousness is not interested in things. If we are conscious beings, we are evolving our consciousness, and we are interested in experiences. We're interested in collecting moments in this physiology, right? And if you've ever eaten ice cream and got all the warm and fuzzies, like that experience is joyful, right? You come to the end of your life and you don't remember all the things, you remember all the moments that you collected. So today's process is really about inquiring, is that what are the moments that you're really interested in having in your experience? So what do you want to tell me in the comments? Like, what is it that, because it's an interactive class, thank you for being here. I love you all, because I don't have to talk to myself. And okay, so oh my gosh, Rebecca's here. Yay, I'm so happy you're here. I'd love to see you. Okay, so Rebecca says in her dream life, she's in complete state of unconditional love, perfect health, absolute abundance, freedom in all areas of your life. I love that. Yes, right? We're gonna manifest our emotions and really hone in on. Hi, Shauna. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. What do you want? What is the emotion you want? What are you going to invest in 2020? Put it in the comments. You want to invest in travel. You want to invest in your business. You want to invest in a coach. What are you really wanting to invest in? Okay, so that's the thing that we want to work on. Think of name 6 places you'd love to visit and why. Right? If travel's your thing, and what will you see and what will you experience? So if travel's your thing, and then home, what does your dream house look like? List 10 characteristics that you'd have, that you want, but don't currently have in your home now. Like, why is it your dream house? Why is it different than what you have now? We want to identify those things so that you can become clearer and really bring those into your life. Okay, so if you were wanting to invest in a coach, I just put 3 examples here, like travel, home, and coach. But how would you budget your time, your money to work with this person? Can you envision working with this person, and how would you feel after working with this person? And what accomplishments would you want of working with this person? So wealth and money. I want you to just really keep it really simple, because tomorrow we're going to do the same thing. We're going to work on the 3 things: the one thing in relationships, the one thing in wealth, and the one thing in health. And so let me go through health, and then we're kind of get it all wrapped up here. So think of a so-called unhealthy habit you have now. Come on, people. Like, I know we have some. Right? I mean, I know that we all have some unhealthy habits, or what we deem unhealthy, because I really don't think anything's unhealthy. I think that in the moment, it's where we're moving from and where we're moving to. And, the judgment of unhealthy kind of makes it unhealthy. It's really about the investigation and the inquiry of what we're doing today is really inquiring what is it that we want to move towards versus staying stuck and stagnant in the now, right? So in 2020, we want to be able to look back and go, wow, I remember that I used to eat a bunch of sugar every day. Like, I went to England in August. It was my 30th high school reunion. And, I don't get to go to England very much. I was born and raised there. So, of course, chocolate is like my big thing. And I ate so much darn chocolate, it was ridiculous. I got into this really, really bad habit of waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning, which I do anyway, but I was grabbing a bunch of chocolate. And, my metabolism does pretty good, but it was really draining in on my health. And there was a lot of kind of lagging in the day. And I noticed that I was eating way too much chocolate. I mean, I knew it consciously, but obviously after a while, it just became a really bad habit. So I did a sugar detox like a month, 5 weeks ago. And oh my God, like, I don't even think about sugar really. I mean, maybe once in a while, but I just it's just gone. But that detox was pretty hell, like, I will admit. So but I feel really proud of myself. I'm really accomplished. Like, I did that. I can't say that I'm going to fall off the wagon. And Thanksgiving was interesting because there's so much sugar around. But honestly, when you change your chemistry, it actually helps you not crave as much as you think that you're going to crave. So that was a really big deal. And I'm really grateful to myself that I made that change. So what is it in your health? Who are you going to have to be? And on Thursday, we're going to really talk about some of the new habits that you're going to have to embody in order to be able to manifest a new health experience and all the areas of your life. But what is that one unhealthy habit that you're really done with? Like, you're not working out. How would you feel if you were able to let go and or replace one? Like, let's keep it simple, people. Like, kiss it. Like, keep it simple. What is that one thing that you really want to say goodbye to and or like really replace? So maybe you're watching too much Grey's Anatomy. Believe me, I'm a little guilty of that. I'm watching it, but I think the seasons were like the 4th time. It's ridiculous, but I just love that show, and it just allows me to just. But anyway, I digress. What would you do with the extra energy, sleep, relaxation, and how much more self-love would you have? So write in the comments. Tell me what health thing that you want to say goodbye to, and or just tell me what you want to spend more of your energy and time doing in 2020. Thank you. I love. Oh my gosh. Okay, Courtney says she wants to invest in personal freedom and business success. Yes, I love that. And so Courtney, tell me exactly how that would make you feel, right? What emotion would that evoke into your body? And Lisa says she wants to invest in a farm for her man, and with a big old brick home with room for cattle, chickens, and goats, a horse for my daughter. Oh my gosh. Curly would be so happy with that. We have the farm picked out. It's his grandmother's home. Whoa, that's so close to manifesting. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, I love you. Saint Angel teacher, dearest beautiful friend. I can't wait to see you on Saturday. It's going to be epic. Yes, Laura says definitely investing in my business, which includes key clients, allowing flexibility of schedule, and also brings some travel. Yeah. Well, we'll see each other in January, so we're going to start the whole new year in LA, see clients and travel the country and the world. I love that. So really focus in on what the emotional state you will feel by doing those things. And Courtney says social media scrolling. I love that. Courtney says, I ate apple pie for breakfast with the ice cream. Yum. Hello. You know, like when we get to our deathbed, the last thing that we're going to be focused in on are all the arguments, all the silly things, the schedules, the what we didn't do. I mean, maybe we're going to, if we didn't live our lives, if we weren't present in our lives, and those of you who are here today are present with your life. Like, let me just remind you, congratulations for showing up for yourself. Congratulations for inquiring, because it takes a lot of energy in order to be able to go internally to yourself and say, what is it that I really want, right? It takes the same amount of brain power and energy. If you want to lose weight and not actually have to work out, you can actually, no, I'm serious. There is science behind this. It's actually utilize your brain to change its wiring, right? And when you change your brain's wiring, it requires an incredible amount of energy, and it's equivalent to working out, like lifting like crazy poundage, right? It's an incredible amount of energy in order to be able to do this. So I'm going to congratulate you for being here today, because for those of you who are doing this work, your life is going to be different because you're willing to change your life. You are willing to be different. And that's how we get different lives, right? I went from 97 mortgage payments, 55 investors, 40 contractors, 8 employees, a hotel business, weddings, like I did 600 weddings. Absolutely unbelievable amount of work, hard work. And now I have this flow and this joy and this relaxation, and I get to travel and I get to play, and like I get to hang out with you guys. So fun. But I had to be different. I had to seriously do an inventory of my life, and I had to look at the things that I didn't like in my life, and I had to change. I had to be willing to change them. And that's honestly how you get a different life. We can't be lazy in this whole manifesting game. It is a requirement of energetic investment, and you're investing in yourself. So good for you. And I love you all. Those of you who are watching the replay, congratulations too. Okay, so Lisa says that her health, all right, in regards to her health, she drinks too much coffee and gluten foods, and it creates inflammation, and she loves those things. Now, I don't necessarily believe that it's the thing that's causing the thing, but that's a belief system. So I'd love to invite you into believing that you could experience the coffee and the gluten in a joyful way. But you know, like everything, it's a stretch. So just, well, I guess if I were you and I would really love those things, I would actually just write a list and just like create a new mantra for myself and say, I love coffee. But if it's every time you have a coffee and it's creating guilt, and that actually then is perpetuating the physiological response chemically of guilt, and it just floods your body with fight or flight hormones, that actually is doing more damage to your body than the coffee. Okay? So I want you to focus in on, it's not the doing, it's the being. But if you can't stretch that far, then, make it a practice. Love yourself through all those activities. And so maybe that's the challenge for 2020, like maybe not stopping the coffee, but stopping the judgment of it, and being really embracing the habit. And sometimes when we embrace those things, they actually fall away. So interesting things might happen from that whole, and I don't know, like, that definitely just came through me. It was just like the judgment of it creates the physiology, the emotional negative physiology of it. So just love yourself through them and embrace a new habit. And I totally get the coffee and the gluten foods for sure. Oh my gosh. Laura says she'd be honored to be a true friend and take the chocolate off your hand. Oh, you're adorable. Yes, I know. Well, yes. Capri keeps sending me chocolate, and so I keep eating it. But I haven't. I've been really good for 5 weeks. So she says forward it to her home address. Laura says more sleep, cleaner eating. Okay, remember, it's about the judgment of it, right? Some people are vegetarians and then some people are carnivores. If you're judging yourself because of that particular choice in food, maybe that's where the rub is, and just bring more love and light into it. And not physically moving enough. Yes. Well, you could stand up right now and just like listen to this live and walk around. Rebecca says, living each day in the frequency of heaven on earth. Oh my gosh. If anybody can do that, Rebecca, it's you. Deliciously, easily manifesting occurs in this beautiful state of being. Oh my gosh. Rebecca is just an amazing, amazing manifester. Courtney says she'll pick one. Procrastination. Oh, that's epic. Procrastination is a great, that's a really great one. And she's keeping the apple pie. See, she brings her joy. So whatever, right? And Courtney says those manifestations will be the emotion of joy, abundance, and relief. Feeling into the relief for you, Courtney. Yes. We can hold that space for all of you. I think that's amazing. Elizabeth says one thing she'd wish to change is the lack of exercise. I want to get my body moving, wiring my brain and capacity to create complete coherent health. Yes, I love that. Well, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're really talking about as an inquiry. You kind of get more awareness of what you want in your life. And that's ta-da, you figured it out. Now, how does that, Elizabeth, how does that make you feel when you actually work out and get into that positive emotion? And then that's how you can create the vibratory state where it just happens. Like you forgot that you worked out. I had a girlfriend years and years ago, and she would get so mad when the dishes weren't done. And I was just like, I don't even think about it. But over the course of a period of time, I was like encouraging her to just like let it go. And then all of a sudden, she doesn't even remember when the dishes get done because they just get done, right? And so it's like traffic. Like some people drive in traffic and they just get so angry. And I just think it was funny. I just like, what? How are you going to control that? Like, why are you letting something outside of you control your inner and emotional state? So bring the awareness that there's a connection between doing something and then bringing a positive state to yourself. That's what we want, right? Because then it's just kind of the subconscious gets reprogrammed and retrained. So inquiring about that. And okay, so Lisa says, yes, heart emoji, yay. And Rebecca says, I don't want to stress myself out anymore. Seriously, Rebecca? I'm so glad to hear that you're going to be allowing us to help you this weekend. I'm so excited to be there. Make life easy and blissful by moving seamlessly into continual personal ascension, then inspire others to live their highest possible lifetime experience of heaven and earth. Oh my gosh. Yes, Rebecca, I love that. And Elizabeth says, also, I want to change my procrastination, creating a clear plan for my business and life. Yes, and putting it into action. Tell me how all that stuff, just summarize it into a word, to one emotion. Let's keep it really, really simple. Yes. Lisa says, me too. Elizabeth said, it makes me feel energized and connected and ready to create unlimited things in my day. Absolutely. So in summary, I want you to think, so today was all about inquiry and really inquiring exactly what the things we want, but connecting it to an emotion. And I want you to bring tomorrow the three things, the three emotions related to the things, and we'll go deeper into tomorrow because we're going to do some integrity, and we're going to do a healing and an activation. It's going to be at 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific time, and those of you who are watching the replay, come back and come play with us. It's day one. We're doing the inquiring about what we want in our lives. So again, I feel XXX when I think of my current relationship in 2020, right? Relationships. Wealth. I feel when I think of the investments I'm going to make for myself in 2020. And health. I feel when I think of the healthy me. Yay. So feeling words: ecstatic, extravagant, exuberant. I want one feeling word for one of those, each of those three things: relationships, wealth, health. Name three emotions that you really want, because we're going to go deeper tomorrow, and we're going to play even better. So today was to get really super clear on the experience you want in 2020. What moments do you want to collect? People, like, what is it? I'm so honored, so grateful for you being here today. We got to play. Tomorrow we're going to take this list even deeper. We're going to go through the mind mines, the landmines, the mind mines, and really look at our subconscious and what is sabotaging us from having those experiences next year. And like I said, I'm going to do a healing and an activation to clear your box. And so with that, I can't wait to see more of your stuff. If you're watching the replay, please add your comments here. I'll be reading through them. Courtney says, my health could use a shift around food. We're retraining my taste buds via sugar detox. Yeah, I can tell you it's pretty good. I'm focusing more on the whole foods I enjoy, not forcing myself to try and like things I just don't. Exactly. I love that. Don't try and force yourself to do something, because then that's pushing. We want to, when manifesting, it's very much about staying in the flow of things and not painfully pushing ourselves, because we're going to manifest some pretty nasty stuff with that. Remember, the emotional state is actually what we're perpetuating. So we want to be in this really soft, kind, loving, gentle grieving of the old self, and then bringing in the new self. So Rebecca says, beautiful, Elizabeth, in each of you. I hold that knowing within each of you. And I say, yes, it's done. It is done. It is done. It is done. Yay. What a phenomenal way of ending this live. Thank you again, people hanging out with me. We had so much fun. And I look forward to seeing more of the comments, more play with the replay. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Yay. I love you all. Bye-bye.